how's it going, YouTube? Thank you very much for all those who have been actually following me on this construction build in Mexico. I really want to just say thank you to everybody, all the support that you've shown, your questions, your comments, your likes, everything has been overwhelming, overwhelmed with joy, because it's just so nice to see the reception from many of you and the interest of building a home in Mexico and really what it takes. And so I can just thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I think I'm going to butcher this a little bit, but maybe I'm going to try my Spanish, because it's been 33 years since I've been here in the United States, and I'm going to try. Okay, so forgive me if I say it wrong, pero muchas gracias a todos los que han estado aquí mirando mi canal y mirando la construcción en México. Ha sido un placer cómo me han recibido los de mi país, mi gente, y realmente es un gusto cuando miran mis videos y me dan un like, me hacen un comentario. Les agradezco muchísimo. Entonces, si tienen algún interés real de saber sobre la construcción en español, ahí me avisan, ponen una descripción abajo y yo se los hago comentarios o algo otro video con mi español tan pocho que está, ¿ok? Entonces, les agradezco mucho. And again, I just go back to my English, because I really feel that I butcher that in English, but I have got a lot of support in the Hispanic community in Mexico itself. Maybe it's the curiosity of the build itself, or why does somebody like me from the United States and living in such an area like this want to go back to Mexico? What is the issue, or what is the problem? So today episode, really I want to focus on some of the questions that some of you have made me, and at the end I have some few clips, so please stick around. If you guys like this video, if it's something that interests you, that you like, please give me a thumbs up. That's for me. Even if I think sometimes I think if you're not subscribed with YouTube, then you can't give a like button, but subscribe. I mean, subscribe with YouTube, that way you can continue to get these kind of videos. Subscribe with me, and you can see how the build's going and how life with the things in Mexico, or the things I do in Mexico, go along. So anyhow, at the end I'll have some videos, some clips that my dad took, my nephew took of the build. And so far right now, just to give you guys an update, I'm about $96,000 into the build. If you've been watching this, I start with my budget of $100,000, and I'm almost there, guys. I'm almost there. I have a lot done. I think my budget was to be at 100. I think for the things that you're going to see, and in a couple of months in April when I go back, I think I'm going to be at about 106, 108. That's with no landscaping. The landscaping is probably another chunk of money, but ultimately the house will be ready to live in, to rent, to Airbnb, for anything that needed. It's going to be ready for that. Okay, so that's $96,000 invested so far in what you see. I think somebody made an analysis. I think it's Jerry Brown Travels. He did an analysis of how much it costs to build a home in Mexico, particularly around the Chapala area and Jijic. So visit his channel. I think he did some good homework, and I think he said somewhere between $60 or $80. When I did the math of mine, I believe I came up with about $55,000. The reason I believe I got that price is mainly because my dad's been managing the whole build. He's been buying all the material, making sure I get the best prices, and managing the people, which is very, very important. Of keep them engaged, keep them working, keeping the main people working. Sometimes there's not enough work for everybody. I think that's very key, keeping the main people who need to work to keep employed. So, and it's really, really always nice to keep people in Mexico employed. They need it, and anytime that we can contribute to that, it's such an honor, and it's just great to do that. So I have a few questions that were asked. One of them was the $100,000. Is that just for the home build by itself, or is it for the property and everything that goes with it? It's been with everything. It's been with the purchase of the property and also the build. The property cost me $20,500. It's in the area of San Nicolas in Lomas del Country. It has a beautiful view over there, beautiful views from that place. And that includes the permits, everything that you need to actually have people there working, and but yeah, everything that you see. So there is properties there in Lomas del Country, still available with amazing views. I think I have the house that has probably one of the least views because it's where the location's at. But I still get a nice view from the terrace. And then, but as you go up, the property right there in Lomas del Country are very, 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 very similar to the golf course right next door. You picture that place, picture Lomas del Country looking like that place in a few years, because it really is going to be really nice up there. A lot of investors and stuff like that. So that is with the property. So what is the other next question that I've asked? I think the number one question that everybody asks, and it's been on J. Brown Travels, it's been on JC Travels. I think it's been on many, many YouTube channels, and questions that they have, especially from Mexico. And that's safety and security. I'm going to say one thing. I think the United States has been horrible to Mexico in really criminalizing them and making Mexico look like this cartel place that's all that exists. They're so wrong. And it's so sad that they criminalize Mexico in that way, because Mexico has been very, very, very safe. I think one of the guys asked me if right over my town, how was crime. And honestly, there hasn't been no crime more right there in San Nicolas, Lomas del Country. There's crime in Chapala, and there's crime in Ajijic. There's been recent crime. But to be honest with you, even if you look at the back where I'm at, I live in a good neighborhood. There was somebody that just assaulted the 7-Eleven, and somebody broke into somebody's car to try to take some stuff that was in there. I think security and theft is relative to where you live. There was a time here, there were people breaking into these beautiful homes that are here, thinking that there's a lot of money to spare. I think it's just everywhere. But the United States has done a horrible job in really criminalizing Mexico and making it really look really bad, and make it look like it's only a place for tourism. It really is a really good place to live. So that kind of leads me to my next question that I get. And the next question that I get is, why Mexico? Why do I want to move to Mexico? I mean, I am a U.S. citizen, Mexico descent. My parents are from Jalisco, Coquillo, Jalisco to be more precise. And Ecuador, Michoacan was my mom. My mom passed away more than 30 years ago. And how come Mexico, and why I love Mexico? Well, I've been fortunate to live in Mexico for 6 years, from when I was 12 to 18 years old. I got to see a lot of beautiful things, and one thing that always attracts me back to Mexico, it's just the lifestyle, the friendliness, the people, the life is just so different. There's a saying in Mexico, that is said commonly between us Mexicans, is that, and I'm going to say this in Spanish and I'm going to translate it to English. And aunque la jaula sea de oro, sigue siendo jaula. Even if the cage is made out of gold, the bird cage made out of gold, it's still a cage. And I think the United States is that style. It's everything's beautiful. I live in California, which I would say even one of the most nicest states in the United States, if not the nicest, because it's all the variety it has in here and everything that it offers. But United States is just a well-oiled machine, working machine. All I've done here most of my life is work. And I would say out of the 33 years that I've been working in the United States, most of them have been very stressful. Look at all this white hair. I'm sure everybody has white hair. But man, there's so much stress in performance, and so much stress in having to always be on top to try to do your best. You know what? And I've been very blessed, very, very blessed to have a good job as a Mexican that went to school in Mexico, came back over here with nothing. Basically with a shirt or maybe 2 shirts. I think I had 2 shirts and a pair of pants. Kind of just running away from home kind of deal, when I was 18. I did have my brother help me, but really I didn't have nothing. So you leave with that kind of dream of having a car, having a house, and all that stuff. So United States has become, it's a beautiful place that most used to work. The other thing is that vanity. Oh my goodness, vanity here in the United States is so high. That's a big deal for me. Not that there isn't vanity in Mexico. There's a lot of vanity and a lot of problems in Mexico. But check this out. Look at this place. Look how pretty this is. And gosh, I'm alone. In Mexico, you would not see this place alone. You would see people climbing up, enjoying it. And yes, it would be noisy and all that stuff, but man, it would just be a different lifestyle. Now, to be honest with you, I do love the quietness, but I do love the liveliness. I love to be able to go into liveliness. Not the big city liveliness, but the liveliness that goes with it's just the life of Mexico, you know, that el sabor de Mexico. So I miss that. I really, really do. Now, the other thing that I have is, you know what? I had an issue in 08 when the market crashed. I had a refinance in my house in 2014, 15, something like that. When the government decided to help me in this way, they gave me a 40-year loan. I'm 50 years old. This is only like 5 years ago. I'm never going to pay my house. In Mexico, I'll have a house paid. So let's say I somehow pay my house. I sell the house for Mexico. I sell everything that I have and all my investments. I put it into my house. I still about $300,000. I pay my house just to live in my house. A year, I have to pay $6,000 in interest, about $2,000 in insurance, and in bills and stuff like that. It's just incredible to live. You know, California has done a horrible job for people wanting to retire and make a living. And let's say I can pay all that and I can afford it. What do retired people do here? I don't know. I have not seen life in the person that retires here. And in Mexico, I just see so much joy, and people are older. And even the people who are expats from Canada and from the United States going to Mexico, they just seem more alive. They seem healthier. They seem happier. Now that raises the question that is the most important thing. What about family? What about your kids? That's a tough one. That's the toughest pill my wife has to do. And I mean, she doesn't know much about Mexico, and I guess that's the second thing. But the biggest thing is about kids, grandkids. What do you do? My take is this: if I can't live well here, what good am I to my kids or my grandkids? But if I'm well, if I can live longer, I can be more for them. And if I sell my house here and get everything, I move to Arizona. We're still a 4-mile drive. If I go to Mexico and I live there, and which is the plan ultimately, you go there and totally with the flight and everything, it's 6 hours. It's nothing. Yeah, it costs you some money to actually travel, but shoot, it's worth it. Your health is worth it. Your life is worth it. And just to be blessed to build a home over there and have that choice when I'm older is great. Now, again, I don't know what God has for me. Neither do you. We can only plan. We can only wish. We can only pray for it. And that's all we can do. If God gives us life and health, we can be there in Mexico or here or in both. Who knows? But definitely, I know that I can find my own home. And that's one thing. I don't want to live. I don't want to work forever. Granted, that's something my wife would want to hear. And I think for many women wanting to go to Mexico, that's one of the biggest things. I don't blame girls. I really don't. But think about the long run, I guess I would say. Maybe I'm just talking as a male chauvinist. Okay, so I apologize. And he was really, really thankful. And again, I'm going to butcher this again. I'm going to say this in Spanish. And muchas gracias a todos por visitar mi canal. Les agradezco muchísimo. Ojalá me entendieron mi inglés y mi español. Muchos desde México hablan muy buen inglés. Y es otra cosa que los americanos aquí no saben qué tan inteligentes son los mexicanos. Somos los mexicanos y qué tan avanzados estamos. Piensan que estamos en burros todavía. ¿Ok? Hay que quitarnos de eso, esa imagen. Hay que trabajar duro. Y no necesitamos de esto. Tenemos nuestro México, que es precioso y lindo y tiene mucho que ofrecer. Entonces, bienvenido a mi canal, suscríbete y muchísimas gracias por visitarme. Thanks a lot for everybody, and the videos are next. Hopefully you guys enjoy. God bless you guys. Till next time.